Testing. 1, 2, testing. Welcome. Welcome to the Man Utd stream. I hope you're doing well. It is Thursday and it's finally feeling like we can start looking forward to the weekend's game against Crystal Palace, guys. That's the only thing now I'm starting to look forward to. I'm getting over the Monday night disaster. I'm getting over what we had Monday night. I mean, Monday night has to be ruled out. I mean, how do we get over that? Well, by getting a win, by getting another win. Can we get another win? Guys, let me know in the chat if you think we can go out and get a win against Crystal Palace on Sunday morning. Is it Sunday morning? I think it's Sunday morning. I think it's an early morning kickoff. Well, if we get the same team turning up that did against Everton, we're not gonna do anything, are we? We're not gonna do anything. And we have, let's be honest, given everyone a heads up as to what we're like. No one's going to be scared of United. Everyone's going to go out there and say, well, look, do you know what? If they can't beat a 10-man Everton at home, what can they do against us? They can't do anything against us, right? But I'm still confident. I'm still confident that we can maybe have a reaction. Maybe have a reaction. We do see it with this United team. I don't know what they do to us, but they have it's what is it, light on switch moment, don't they? It's switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. One game they play well, next game they play rubbish, next game they play well, next game, and it's win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Hence why Ruben Amorim was still starting this season without consecutive wins with a United team. And then he finally got it and we thought, whoa, this is it. This is the turning point. Now, I've been thinking about, overnight, I've been thinking about, you know, what's the solution? How do we overcome this? We obviously saw the Champions League games as well. Slot, of course, is under a lot of pressure. We've seen that going on there. And am I surprised about what's going on in Liverpool? Yes, somewhat. I am surprised, but not entirely. Not entirely. Their start of the season was already looking pretty tricky. They didn't look like a team who were really cooking. They just look disjointed, and it's almost like, you know, they've brought all these players in, but they never really had an idea where they were going to play them. And even with Semenyo now, the talk of Semenyo joining them as well, again, will he suit this Liverpool team? Will he suit them? We need the players. We need players. At United, it's clear we need players. Liverpool need something else. Liverpool have got something else going on that no one can really answer. I think they need a better manager, but I'm not complaining. I want Arne Slot to stay on at Liverpool. I don't think they should go anywhere near sacking him, but I don't think they are. I'm hearing this morning that Liverpool will not be sacking Arne Slot. They will be keeping him. That's great news for us. But the worst thing for us is right now, I can't even look over at the demise of Liverpool and enjoy it. They've taken away the enjoyment. Just absolute awful. Why have you done this to me, United? Why? I mean, the moment I was savouring, I was waiting for this for such a long time. We've all been waiting for this, where we can look over at Liverpool and laugh at them. But we haven't got even time to enjoy that because we're worried about what's going to happen with us, what is happening with United. And everyone's been talking about, look, what's been going on with Ruben Amorim and the team and who's at fault. Now, I'm going to say it like it is. I think the players are simply not good enough. I was looking through the teams and I was just checking through the players that we've signed and haven't signed and what's been going on. And I just look at the team and I'm not filled with confidence. And I just think, well, look, Ruben Amorim clearly wants to play in a certain way. But even he keeps coming out and telling us that the players are not good enough. I watched his press conference again, the post-match press conference that he gave after the Everton game, and I was thinking, I need to watch this again, because the night I watched it, I was seething. I was so angry, and I was like, look, I didn't even take half the stuff in what he was saying because I was so pissed with him. I was like, look, you made the wrong choices, you made the wrong selections, you made the wrong substitutions, you're a shit manager, blah, blah, and I was just kind of, I wasn't even looking at what, or listening to what he was actually saying. So my bad. So I went back and I thought, no, actually, look, this is irresponsible. I need to go back, listen to him and see what he's trying to say. And to be fair to him, he said exactly what we all were thinking. The players aren't good enough. The players are nervous. The players are rubbish. He essentially told us once again that this is probably the worst team United have had in their history. And he keeps on saying it. He keeps on saying it. The fact is that we keep ignoring him. We keep ignoring what he's telling us. He keeps saying, it's almost like Ragnick when he told us that United need open heart surgery. And we kind of listened to him and we were like, yeah, well done, Ragnick. Yeah, well done. You were right. And then no one objected for him to be sacked. No one really said, oh, what the hell's going on there? Why haven't we just got rid of him? The guys just spoke some facts, but yet we've got rid of him. It was almost like he was being scapegoated. And now Ruben Amorim's telling us the same thing. To be fair, that's why I've liked him. I've liked Ruben Amorim because of the fact that he sees the game like the fans do. And he's the first manager I look at and think he's the closest thing that you'd get to a fan, because he watches the game and comes out and says it like it is. But the problem I have with Ruben Amorim is, wait, you see what we're seeing, but yet you still don't make the right changes and the right players are not playing in this current team. So you say the right things in press conferences, but what you do on the pitch is where I'm a bit like, well, clearly you're not following through on your own bloody advice. You're telling us they're shit, but then you're playing them. You're telling us, certain players are not good enough, but yet you play them. So the question I have is he just biding his time until he can slowly shift everybody out? Does he know that, look, he's not going to be able to shift everybody out, so there's no point throwing everybody under the bus? You'd rather just keep their motivation up until you need to get rid of him. And there is an argument to that actually happening. You've seen him do it with other players. He sticks with them, and then only when they're out of the door does he say, well, yeah, they're not good enough. We've seen it with Rasmus Højlund. We even saw it with, Marcus Rashford. He kind of he fell out with him a bit earlier than before he actually left, but he still maintained some kind of communication with him. And then he's got rid of the players that he definitely didn't want, like Anthony and so forth. And I think he looks at the team right now and he's not satisfied. I think he knows that these players are simply not good enough. And if we're being honest with ourselves as Man United fans, we will all accept that, yeah, these players haven't been good enough. Now, Jim says, it depends on which team we get. How can a team play so good and so bad in different games? It's the same team. It's got to be their mentality. Yeah, it is. It's what's in their head right now. These players turn up one game and turn off the next game. So what is it? What is the difference? But then, let's be honest. I mean, I was saying this the other day on the live stream, which was, I can't remember a time where I've watched United and relaxed and enjoyed the game and enjoyed them absolutely thumping somebody. And I've been waiting for that day. I'm thinking, right, okay, there'll be a day that we watch United and they're going to thump a team 6-0, 5-0, whatever it is, and it's going to be a comfortable win, and we're going to enjoy every second of the game. But I can't remember a game like that. I mean, the closest probably we got was Brighton, but again, they made that a bit nerve-wracking near the end as well. Anyway, let's move on with first talking about some transfer news. Jim says the problem is by the time he ships the players out, where will United be? Yeah, that's it. That is it. I think the problem we've got is he's got a long-term plan. Ruben Amorim has got a long-term plan. But in reality, the fans are not going to stick with him. The fans are not going to stick with him. I'd say right now, a good 50% of the fans are not with Ruben Amorim. They've lost faith. I've lost faith with Ruben Amorim as well. The remaining 50% that I'm like almost like, I'd say 70%, I'm like Ruben Amorim clearly hasn't shown me anything in this year with his win rate, with any, even if he's got a shit team, even if he's got shit players at his disposal, I still feel like his win rate should be higher than what it is for Man United. We've still got, on paper, very good players. We've still got enough on paper to go and beat the likes of Everton when they're down to 10 men. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd go as far as saying that even if we threw in like 6-7 academy players in that team on Monday night, we should have still have enough to beat Everton when they're down to 10 men. It's just logical. We've got more men. We've got an extra guy to cause havoc against them, and you can just overload whatever team you're playing against. So for me, yeah, that is the problem. Is Ruben Amorim is sat there saying, yes, I want to get. He's giving us that message, but indirectly saying, I want to get rid of the players. They're not good enough, and they've got psychological issues, and they've got this issue, and they've got that issue. But it's scary, isn't it? It's scary to sit there and listen to Ruben Amorim, the Man United manager, tell us that he's nervous about what's going to happen with his players and what performance they're going to put in. And, oh, I'm scared for what they're going to do next. And I'm thinking, wait, you're the bloody driver. It's like, how can you? It's like you're going into an operating theatre and the doctor stands over you and he's just going to put you to sleep. And he's there and the nurses are there and everyone's around and he goes, I'm a bit scared of what's going to happen next. I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know whether the machinery is going to keep working and whether all my staff and whether the other doctors are going to do a good enough job. So, okay, I'll let you go to sleep. See you later, kind of thing. Don't worry. I hope everything works out. That's what essentially he's doing to us. He's like saying to us, I'm in charge, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm the one who's leading this team, but I'm panicking. So what does that tell? What as fans are we meant to do? Are we meant to just sit there and just accept that he's just told us that he has no clue and that he doesn't know what players are going to do and what players are going to turn up like and what they're going to play like in games? And then you're expecting us to just sit there and still support a team that you as a manager are telling us that you have no idea what's going to happen next. You have no idea what the player's psychological state of mind is. Wait up, you're the bloody manager. I mean, it's just crazy. It's heads gone moment when it comes to United, the current players and the manager. Clearly something isn't right and something needs to change very quickly because I can't see Ruben Amorim lasting much longer if we carry on going down this path. I mean, Ineos will have no option, even though from the grapevine I'm hearing that Ineos have got no intention of sacking him. They're going to keep him through thick and thin, and they'll come to the end of the season, and then they'll decide. In fact, I'm hearing that in some quarters, Ineos are going to back him with further investment, and give him what he wants in the midfield, because Ruben Amorim has been going back and forth to the board saying that the reason why we've got these problems is because you've not given me the midfielder I asked for in the summer transfer window. So he keeps on going back saying, this is the problem. The problem lies because we've not got the right personnel in the midfield. And if you'd given me that, we would not be having this problem. But I think it's a lot worse than that. I think when I start looking across the entire team, there's a good 8 players in that team that need to be shipped out. Now, talking about shipped out, we are hearing that Joshua Zirkzee is now attracting attention. Maybe it was his game against Everton. I mean, maybe the club saw that and thought, wow, brilliant. This guy might be cheap. We might be able to bring him on a cheap. But all jokes aside, we've got some breaking news yesterday actually on this. And I wasn't quite sure. I was like, well, could it happen? Could it not? Roma apparently have made an offer to Manchester United for Joshua Zirkzee. It's it's a loan move with an option to buy that would become an obligation if the Italian side qualify for the Champions League. Zirkzee has said yes to the move and is now considering joining Roma. And we have several Italian sources reporting this. You've got to take the Italian sources with a huge pinch of salt. I mean, they're never really on point all the time. They might be on this one. I'm not saying that they're not, because I know. I mean, during the summer there was interest from Serie A clubs for Joshua Zirkzee. He's still highly regarded out there. They still feel he is a very good player, and if he gets some game time, he can do really well out there in Serie A. And of course, when they're seeing all these players being sold by United that are going to Serie A, Scott McTominay being the one, he is the shining light out in Serie A. Still, I think even yesterday, was it yesterday, where he took him to the win in the Champions League, Napoli, I think, or maybe the day before. But either way, they're liking all these rejects, all these Man United rejects that are coming in. They're loving right now. They're thinking this is brilliant. Whoa, we're getting all these top Man United players for next to nothing. Scott McTominay, you're talking, who else is it? You've got Rasmus Højlund, you've got Zirkzee, and a few more. And I can see many more United players getting sold to Serie A. There's still talk of Dalot as well, possibly leaving. And again, Dalot, he's played out in the Serie A and he looked good. He looked good. I think he went out there in a loan move as well. Then he was brought back. But anyway, yes. So Zirkzee being sold or possibly being sold. Look. It's obvious. Ruben Amorim doesn't trust him. Ruben Amorim doesn't like him. He played him in the game against Everton because he was forced to do so. He was forced to do so, and he allowed him the entire game to show off what he can do, and it's nothing. And I know some fans have come out and said, look, he's not match fit, he wasn't match ready, and he's not had much game time, and blah, 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 blah. But for me, if you're a professional footballer, you need to be match ready. And I know, you need to be playing regularly to actually have the get up and go when you're playing in the Premier League. However, he's way off it. He's way off it. No one can tell me that Zirkzee was 50% away or, just a little step from achieving, match fitness. The guy just is shit. He's shit when it comes to his movement. He's great when he comes to the ball and the ball passed to him, and he can handle it. He can bring it under control, and he likes to knock it off and hold up the ball and stuff and let others run off. But we don't need that. We don't need that kind of player. Unfortunately, under Ruben Amorim's system, his formation, whatever you want to call it, he does not suit it. He does not suit that. Unless we play a completely different formation, a 4-2-3-1 maybe, and Zirkzee can play that maybe shadow striker role or cam role, then yes. But in this current setup, he does not suit the way we build up play and the way we play. We need an out-and-out striker, and I'm sure Ruben Amorim put him on thinking, right, he's going to do what Sesko does normally, which is sitting right in between the two centre-backs and cause problems for them. But I can't remember a single time where I saw Zirkzee between the two centre-backs of Everton on Monday night. He did not do anything to cause any problems. And of course, everyone's thinking, oh, well, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong as well, because he got that header. Big wow. He got one header on target, and Pickford came out with a very good save. But if you're playing the entire game against 10 men and you get one header on target, are you telling me that's good? Are we seriously that low in expectations that we're saying, wow, Zirkzee got one header on target, so we should give him some credit? Just no. We've got to stop doing this. We've got to stop doing this where we're gaslighting ourselves. Never mind Ruben Amorim or someone else gaslighting us. We are gaslighting ourselves into thinking that things are good and things will change and these players are good enough. We've seen time and time again, these players keep on letting us down. They keep on letting us down. And yes, we have to clear out as many as we can, and we need to start rebuilding. Jim says, is he good enough to put the long-term plan into motion? That's Ruben Amorim Jim is talking about. The problem is, by the time Jim decides to take action, the season will have gone too far, and we are out of the top 10. And taxi for Dalot. Yep, taxi for Dalot. Off we goes, guys. I don't know many United fans. I mean, I think there's a general consensus on the fact that we all agree, or most of us, apart from a few lunatics out there, agree that Dalot is not good enough. Is not good enough, and we need better players. Anyway, coming back to that point that you made, Jim, which is a very interesting point, yeah, which is true. By the time Sir Jim and the board pull their fingers out and think, right, okay, changes need to occur, it might be too late. And I've been saying that. I was saying that a couple of games ago. I said, look, we need to ensure that we stay in contact with the rest of the Champions League teams, Champions League spots, right? We can't have another season where come January we're out of the running for anything. It is a dead season. I absolutely hate with a passion watching United playing for nothing, playing for absolutely nothing in the Premier League. It's just pointless. It's pointless. You might as well flip and give up now then, if that's the case. So this is why it's so important that we make sure that this running that we've got of a few months where it's a packed out fixture list. We're going to have lots of games back to back, and we need everyone to make sure that they win every single game to keep the pressure on and stay in them top 4 spots, or try and get into them. We had a chance, we lost it. And can we do it again? Can we go again against Crystal Palace? I'm seriously gone back to the days where I'm thinking, I don't know what team's going to turn up. And every game I have to take one step at a time. I can't start looking forward to the next game or where United might be in a month's time. It's a game by game thing going on now. We've got to watch them and see what they're going to serve up. What are they going to serve up? Because let's be honest, you can't hedge your bets on this United team and these players. And it looks like even Ruben Amorim doesn't trust them. Even Ruben Amorim, their manager right now, he doesn't trust them. If I had my way, Jim, what I would do is I would start clearing the players out. I would give Ruben Amorim what he wants in terms of a midfielder. I'd give him a midfielder and maybe another 1 or 2 signings, back him to what he needs, and then judge him on that. Because his clear argument right now is that I've not been given the backing. The board haven't given me the players that I wanted, and hence why the team is struggling. I'm having to play Bruno Fernandes out of position. I'm having to play left backs because he hasn't got options there. He's also arguing that he needs an out-and-out right wing back. He hasn't really got that. Mazraoui was poor against Everton. Ahmad had to go back into that position, and he's not very good when it comes to defensive work. But we shouldn't have even been playing that formation. When we went 11 men against 10, we shouldn't have even been playing that formation. We should have taken off a defender. We should have actually just been playing 2 centre-backs and that's it, right? And we should have just gone to a more attacking formation. We should have been playing an extra man up front, and we would have got the goal. We would have got at least 2 or 3 goals. Even in the second half, if we had changed our ways, we would have got them goals. But unfortunately, this is where I'm criticising Ruben Amorim as well, which is, yes, you might not have the players, but what you do is you make good of what you've got. So if you've got a shit bunch of players, you instruct them exactly how to play. You tell them where to play, how to play, and make sure that they are aggressive enough to go and get the goal. But clearly, he didn't do that. He just thought, right, okay, I'm going to leave them up to their own devices, and that's it. Actually, do you know what interesting this was? I came across this yesterday, and I was like, is that true? Ruben Amorim has 12 Premier League wins in 12 months. Let that just sink in. Ruben Amorim has 12 Premier League wins in 12 months. That is crazy, guys. That is crazy. Wow. Either we're just ignoring everything, either we're ignoring what the facts are, and we're just trying to kind of look at the bright side, if there is a bright side, or we've just simply got we've accepted that this is our standard, that this is us from now on. And despite what Ruben Amorim is telling us, and don't get me wrong, I get taken in by everything he says as well. So I'm not saying you guys are getting taken in. I'm saying I get taken in, just like a majority of the fans still. But when it comes to doing the talking on the pitch and talking with his players and his team and getting them to go out there and perform, Ruben Amorim is failing. Let's say it like it is. Ruben Amorim is great. A great speaker. They call him the poet for a reason. He is poetic, comes out with whatever you want to hear, makes you feel lovely and relaxed and in a warm place, makes you feel all cozy and, this guy's going to take us somewhere. The storm is coming. The storm is coming, guys. And the storm is now gone and the better days are ahead and we will be there soon and we will do what our destiny has been written for us and all that lovely stuff. And we are now in charge of our own destiny and good days are going to arrive and the sun will arise and it's a new dawn and it's a new day and all that shit. But when it comes to actually performing and making sure his team win, we're not getting that. We're not getting that. It's Jekyll and Hyde stuff going on here, guys. What we see from Ruben Amorim away from the pitch is one thing, but what we get on the day of the matches is completely different. He's a nervous wreck. He sometimes can't even watch his own bloody players play. Why? You've been training with these players for the entire week. You're the one who set them up. How can you not watch the players play in your system, in your formation, and be nervous about it? Surely, if you're so confident about your system and your formation, you should have the balls to sit there and say, they're going to do well. They're going to do well because this is me. This is what I've set them up like. So what we've got is Ruben Amorim himself not having belief in the team. But yet we're expected to have belief in the players. In what planet are we living on right now? Why should we believe in the team and the players when the guy who set them up, the guy who's put them in their positions, the guy who's asking them to play a certain way is not confident with them and does not have any belief in them, does not have any faith in them? Yet we're meant to have blind faith in these players. Yet when we know that these players are the very same players that have time and time again down their tools and allowed for the manager to be sacked. So I don't know what the hell's going on with Ruben Amorim and what the hell's going on with the players. But I want a flipping reaction. I want a reaction because right now I feel like the players are the walking dead. Like I said yesterday, they're just walking without any emotion, without any feelings, without anything that you would say makes them a good player. They just don't care. They just don't care. They're just going through the motions. Jim says fans keep saying we need Premier League proven players. The problem is we have 11 Premier League proven players going on the pitch week in, week out. I'm sick of Premier League proven players. Look, we've got players on that pitch who should be doing better. Yes, there's one thing about saying we need Premier League proven players. Yes, I agree with you, Jim. However, yeah, there's no point having these players and then playing them out of position. The simple fact is that these guys, these players, current players that we've got at United are simply not determined enough. They're not determined enough to work hard. I've played football at like an amateur level, right? And one thing that is always expected of you, or one thing I'd expect of me and my teammates, is if we're struggling in a game, I'm gonna go and start playing aggressive football. I'm gonna turn into Roy Keane. I'm gonna go and start chopping people. Yes, they might be technically better than us, so we can't compete on that level. So what do? You start playing. You know, you get in there. You get stuck in there. You throw them off their game. That's what you do. That's how you start then psychologically and physically start winning against a team that, yeah, are probably much better than you. But you still don't give up. You don't say, oh shit, you guys are good, so what we're going to do is we're just going to simply, just let you play around us. You do not do that. But yet, in this team, I just feel like we've got players who just haven't got that in them. They don't want to get stuck in. They don't want to put a tackle in. They don't want to run that extra yard. They're just going through the motions and allowing the game to play them rather than them playing their game. That's what we have. It's crazy, but I think, look, we need to get rid. We need to get rid, man. It's funny because I came across a clip where there was the game against, I don't know if many people remember, but it was a game where Solskjaer was the manager and Southampton went down to 10 men, and I think we ended up winning like 9-0 or something. They ended up getting further players taken off as well. So I can't remember what scoreline was it. Was it 9-0 it was? And yeah, and I was thinking, yeah, that's what you do when you've got an advantage, numerical advantage. You go and you make sure you get more goals. You get stuck in. But anyway, guys, make sure you hit the like, make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the Man Utd stream channel. I didn't even do the pleasantries this morning. You can see I'm het up a little bit. Now, yesterday there was Champions League football, and silver lining, shall we say? Silver lining was Liverpool lost, and I would have celebrated that a lot more than I did. I was, of course, doing the watch-along for the Arsenal and Bayern Munich game. Arsenal were comfortably won against Bayern Munich. But the big result of the night was, of course, PSV against Liverpool at Anfield, winning 4-1 convincingly, and Liverpool had no answer to it. No answer to it. They look like they have no clue what's going on and how to solve it. Neither does Arne Slot, neither do the players on the pitch. They look like a shadow of themselves. I mean, all that world-class talent, and they don't know what to do. And look, they're Liverpool. They're Liverpool, and they're the current champions. They're the current champions, and they're playing like that. So I'd love to take the piss and be, all over that, but I can't because of the current situation with United. Current situation with United is that we're not playing well. But Van Dijk, that penalty, look at that hand. I mean, how could he even think that would not be given? It was probably the most blatant penalty appeal that we've seen in a long time. His hand going up. I think he must have forgot. I think he must have zero confidence in his goalkeeper. So he thought, right, I'm gonna have to stop this myself, or this is going in, or there's someone behind me who's gonna knock it in or something. So he gave the penalty away, and it just looked crazy because you just knew things are not going to get any better. Things are not going to get any better for Liverpool. But let's finish off today with at least some positivity or something nice, because we need to smile. We need to laugh. We can't be crying constantly now. We've got to get over the loss. We've got to get over what happened on Monday night, and we've got to, I guess, go again. That's the name of the game, isn't it? We got to go again on the weekend against Crystal Palace. It's not going to be easy. I'm expecting the worst now, but you don't know with this team. You don't know what's going to happen. You really don't. But anyway, let's finish off on a clip that I came across on the social media. Let me just actually put it on desktop. I think that should be it. I might be echoing, but anyway, it is Jamie Carragher and his reaction to Liverpool going down to PSV and losing. But anyway, let's listen to it, and then we'll call it an end to the stream, guys.
Liverpool handball. It was handball. As soon as it went up. What is he doing? 1-1. Miles! Here in a minute. You know what I said to you before? You Evertonians ever leave. Just keep your mouth shut. It's 1-1. It's going on with the Brazil. He absolutely. Boy, buddy. Oh, hell. Hell,
Are you stressed?
tweeting?
J'étais obligé de taper. Oh my God, Canati. Oh my God, Canati. Watch Canati here. Oh my God. I've enough for them, honestly. That Canati. I mean, that's a sackable offence. The manager keep picking him. He should be sacked for that. Have they scored again? 4-1.
4-1.
What's this? 9 and 12. Liverpool handball. And it was handball. As soon as it went up. What is he doing? 1-1. Miles! Here a minute. You know what I said to you before? Will you Evertonians ever learn? Just keep your mouth shut. It's 1-1. With the Brazil.
He's giving jip, and then it comes to bite him in the arse. Comes to bite him in the arse. But yeah, guys, that was a clip. I just thought I had to show you that. I mean, I was watching it and I was enjoying it. I must admit, I was like, oh, that's brilliant. That's what we want to see. I mean, Jamie Carragher having a complete meltdown on set. I mean, that is crazy. It was just too funny. I've got to watch that again, guys. I don't know whether you got the volume through. Let me know if you got the volume through, because that was too funny. Let me bring it up again, man. That was just too funny. Let me go again. Let me go again. Here we go. Right, okay. Let me put it on. It's too funny. I want to watch it again, because I watched it a couple of times, but he gives some jip to one of his team members there, who's clearly an Evertonian fan, right? Everton fan. But anyway, let's go.
Liverpool handball. And it was handball. As soon as it went up. What is he doing? 1-1. Miles! Here a minute. You know what I said to you before? Will you Evertonians ever learn? Just keep your mouth shut. It's 1-1.
Keep your mouth shut.
He's going on with the Brazil. He absolutely.
Boy, buddy.
2-1.
Oh,
PSV.
hell.
He's not happy with Gakpo either.
You tweeting?
J'étais obligé de taper. Oh my God, Canati.
3-1.
Oh my God, Canati. Watch Canati here. Oh my God.
But 4-1 is probably, the nail in the coffin. Look at
Enough for them, honestly. That Canati. I mean, that's a sackable offence. The manager keep picking him. He should be sacked for that. Have they scored again? 4-1.
4-1.
What's this? 9 and 12.
9
Liverpool
in
handball.
12.
And it was handball. As soon as it went up.
Oh,
what
my
is he
word,
doing?
man. My
1-1.
word.
Miles!
That is, guys, that is so lovely to watch, isn't it? It's so lovely to watch. Watching Jamie Carragher absolutely having a meltdown. Having a meltdown is, it's kind of, it made me feel slightly better this week. Made me feel slightly better. I mean, we'd love to see United take advantage of what's going on right now across the road in Merseyside. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what comes of it. We are hearing, like I said, lots of noises coming out of United that United are gonna put further money down into improving the squad, and they feel like they're too light. They haven't got enough options. They need more players in the midfield, and we've been saying this for ages. I've been saying it for ages. Lots of our subscribers and everyone who's on the chat half the time always says the same. Yeah, we need players. We need more players. We need more better players. If Ruben Amorim wants to play this formation, he needs better right wing backs, left wing backs, because we haven't got specialists. We haven't got specialists in them areas. Or he changes. And I've been saying this and pleading with Ruben Amorim for God knows when. And I've been saying, please, just change your formation. Trust me. Why don't you even give it a go? Why don't you say, right, okay, do you know what? Let's play it your way. Let's give you fans and let's give you, some of you players the change in system for now. And like Jim said, if it's going to take him so many years to fix everything, why is he insisting on playing the formation that he wants to play in the long run right now? Why didn't he say, right, okay, do you know what? I'll play to the player strengths. I will change the formation to fit the players that I've currently got. And then when I do eventually go and get the world-class wing-backs and go and get the world-class centre mids, then I'll revert back to my 3 at the back formation. Why can he not do that? It's just crazy. It's crazy. And I feel like he's almost stubborn right now for no reason. He's a rebel without a cause. Right now, he's doing this without any real objective. He's got no aim in mind. I almost feel like he wants to get the sack. I almost feel like he wants to push the board to sack him, and then he can walk out with his head high saying, well, look, this is my system. And then he might dish some dirt on United, not helping him and blah, blah, blah. And we were hearing how, even from ex-players yesterday, I put a clip on how Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes were talking about how United have just turned into a purely commercial club right now. They don't really care on what's going on the pitch. They actually expect players to do 50-50, 50% duties on the footballing side of things and 50% duties on commercial side of things. Completely crazy, and that's unacceptable. And a manager like Ruben Amorim should be putting his foot down and saying that's unacceptable. I do not want players going off on commercial duties and media duties. They need to be focusing on football or only football. And if they've got any spare time, maybe one day, a couple of hours, they can go and do whatever they need to do. But other than that, they need to be focusing on what they need to be doing on the pitch, especially when we're playing this bad. Anyway, please, guys, make sure you hit the like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Jim, for joining us today, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow with another stream, another update, and hopefully we get some positive news, and we'll start looking forward to the game against Crystal Palace on the weekend. It's an early morning, Sunday morning kickoff, so of course we'll be ready for that, and maybe we get some early team news and see who's fit and who's not. Thank you very much. Take it easy, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.